don't need that visual. I don't need that visual. You lot were also silent.
Drake has been coined as a culture vulture.
They could be haters. Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole actually are more talented than Drake. He's never ever presented himself as someone that writes conscious rap.
But his success is behind him.
And I feel like hip hop and rap in general is going down, down, down. If that's the bar you're going to hold Drake to, you have to hold everyone to that. Are you lot hearing the hypocrisy?
Wagwan peeps, it's Venom, what you saying? Alongside my home slice, damn to the zane. When she and I get together on the poddy, ask anybody, the vibes are insane.
Join our family and feel free to come by. We on Apple Podcast and Spotify.
Yeah.
New drop on the way every Monday at 6.
Tune in and come see what we unpick.
Hey, hello, hi peeps. It is your home slice, Dami Zayn, in the building alongside my co-host, Venom.
What's good, people? How you doing? We there.
This is the Unpicked Podcast show. Thank you for joining if you're new here. If you're part of the fam, you know how it is. We love you long time. It's going to be a short episode today, but before we get into what we're going to get into, I just need to let you guys know that my co-host will be going away for a little while. Nothing serious. It's just, taking a trip.
A little work.
You know what I'm saying? But out of the country.
DJ and that,
Exactly. When I'm talking about how much of a DJ he is, you think I'm just talking just to make his head big and gas him up. But this guy gets called to work outside of the country, outside of the UK. So he's going to be doing that. I think you're going to be gone for a week, right?
Yeah, just a week.
So next week, there will not be an episode, okay? We did try to record a filler, but your home slice wasn't feeling very well. She was under the weather, so sorry guys. You're gonna go a week without us. You're gonna go a week without us. But if you've missed any of the previous ones, go back and check. I know some of you have missed them because I've seen the numbers, I've seen the views. What's going on?
What you doing?
But anyway, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's free entertainment.
Baby.
I don't understand, baby. Okay. But anyway, we're going to dive right into it. Have you got a song in?
Song of the week. Yes, I do indeed.
What is
this
it?
song is by a artist named BXKS. I have to say that, spell it out. I don't know if it's Bax or if it's BXKS. But yeah, BXKS, and the song is called Back It Up. And it's a vibe. I spin this one.
Is it a twerk song? Back it up. Like,
yeah, kind of. Not like American twerk.
Is it like?
But it's a twerk. It's back it up. Back.
Okay.
All
right. So you saw the arm go back here. I'm ready to.
Yeah, me too, boy. I'm working these cheeks.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I don't need that visual. I don't need that visual.
Yeah.
I didn't need that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I have a song of the week. My song of the week is Beyonce, Tyrant. Yes, it's from the new album.
I was going to say, I don't know it. No idea what it is.
Tyrant from Cowboy Carter. That's my song.
Can you sing me a little bit just so I can catch the vibe?
No. When you hear it, you'll understand the vibe.
I don't know if I can ever hear it.
I think you should give that song a chance.
I know that there's definitely one, but I don't know what the name of it is. It's probably that one. Because I heard one and I was like, sounds all right.
Give that song a chance.
Okay.
I don't know if... there's others that are, I think, good as well. But that song actually had me like, oh, okay.
You're doing too much, man. Listening to more than one song on the album, you're doing too much.
I gave in. I haven't listened to the whole thing.
You gave in though. The peer pressured you into
it. Wasn't the peer pressure. It was curiosity.
Curiosity.
It was curiosity.
And now I'm about that got me curious. I ain't gonna lie.
Anyway, you're doing too much. Just listen to Tyrant.
Tyrant. I'll give it a listen. I'll give it a
from
spin.
Beyonce, and don't let the intro fool you as well. Because it switches up real quick. Song. Yeah, you got to give the beginning. No. She does some... The intro sounds very country. And then the beat drops and you're like, oh.
So is this the one that sounds like a ringtone where it's like... down, dance.
No. That's Riverdance.
Okay.
Yeah. No, this one...
Dead.
Yeah, no. It's not that one. Tyrant Tyrant, do you know what happened to me? I was in
You know
my
how
car.
happened?
What had happened was I was listening to the radio.
All right, yeah. See, the radio is my enemy right now, boy.
And they played the song, right? And obviously they gave me the title. My car does this thing where it'll give you, even if it's the radio,
Yeah,
it will tell you the
DAB,
title.
DAB, yeah,
It will tell you. So it told me. So I said, okay. So I went and searched the album on my Spotify. Then I thought, you know what? Let me give it a real chance. I'm gonna listen to it on Apple Music because Apple Music, the sound quality is just a little bit better. So I went to Apple Music. Yeah. I'm switching sides soon. I'm in that transitional period
right there.
Anyway, went to Apple Music and typed in Cowboy Carter. I couldn't believe it. I was rolling my eyes so hard. Like, they really have me going on this album when I refused to listen to it. Anyway, I'm scrolling for this song, Tyrant. I find it. I press play. I said, this ain't the same song I listened to on the radio. Because the intro,
because of the intro
is so different. I was like, this ain't the... So maybe it's not Tyrant. Let me go back. So I started, I remembered to part of the lyrics. So I typed that into Google. It came up Tyrant. I said, okay, all right, okay. So let me give it another try. So I pressed play. I said, okay. It better change. It better switch up. It switched up. When it switched up and I listened to the full thing, I said, I can get into this song after the intro. Right. So give it a go. Just trust me. I feel like you might come round to it, you know? I feel like. But anyway. You've expressed. You've even
my discontent.
You've even like almost vomited talking about.
It's definitely cringe. It's definitely
so we don't need to talk about it again. Is what I'm saying. We're just gonna. I've added it to the song of the week, and we're just gonna.
See what happens where it's there.
I'm just gonna scroll past it, but please listen to it. Even if you text me privately, obviously off camera, and be like, "This is what I truly think." Please do, because I really want to know if I got it right.
I know there's definitely one or two songs that I've heard in passing that I was like, "Oh, that sounds like that could be a vibe," but I ain't even bother go to find out because it's
I know. Well, I'm asking you to find out for Tyrant specifically.
All right,
and let me know. Yeah.
Dami Zayn.
Venom.
Have you seen?
What
has been happening to your baby daddy? Because
I don't have a baby daddy.
Streets, boy.
I don't have a baby daddy.
Well,
so who you talking about?
Don't know, the one who goes by the name of Drizzy Drake is.
My boo. You should have said my boo, not my.
He's Dami Zayn's spiritual baby daddy.
He's not my spiritual baby daddy. He's my boo. He's my boo. I love him. Yeah.
And this week the week, or last week is the week that Kung Fu Kenny decided he's going to drop his retaliation track.
And every time I listen to every time I listen to that retaliation track, I hear new things. New things come at me. It's very
poignant, deep, extensive.
It is. He made a I want to say allegation, and I want to see what you think about it. Don't ask me to quote
being Drake or he being Kendrick?
No, Kenny. Don't ask me to quote the lyric. I can't quote the lyric, but it basically alluded to the idea that Drake doesn't support the culture, but wears the culture to make money. What are your thoughts on that?
So that has come up before.
Yeah, Pusha T. I think Pusha T made the allegation in the past.
I've seen it more so on like Joe Budden, you know, and other podcasters talking about how when there's like issues in the culture, you'll never hear Drake's voice. The Larry Hoover thing is the only time he's even been a part of some type of for the culture effort type thing. And that was Kanye really forcing his hand in the midst of beef. But yeah, he's absent. He only there for the money. He's only there for the money and collecting attention.
Do you think other rap artists have been there for the culture?
Yeah, others. Yeah, not all.
Like who?
Certainly not all. Depends on the cause. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, Kanye, for Larry Hoover. He dragged Drake into that. But, you know what I mean? It's different situations. Sometimes it's big and obvious, and sometimes it's not, and it's small things. Like even Kim K, she's all over like the judicial system and prison reform and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but she's
but
not
there's
a rap
lots
artist.
of rappers, I know, but there's lots of rappers who kind of do stuff that she does. Like Meek Mills is very invested in Philly, and he's like the Philly Kim K.
What about Kendrick himself?
Kendrick himself, I couldn't tell you. I know he does a lot of stuff for the culture, not necessarily for America, but he did lots of work in Africa. He's about, like, when he stops doing album, he starts doing life. But yeah,
because I know Drake. I do remember Drake giving money to
that one girl,
to that black
college,
girl. So yes, and he's given money out to other people as well.
Yeah, but then
the conversation now is that he wears his blackness for money, as opposed to as opposed to speaking on black issues. And the reason why I'm asking the question about other rap artists is because there's not that many of them that actually speak on black issues either. So
no, I think
why is it an argument
publicized?
Why is it an issue for Drake? Even Joe Budden, I don't think I've seen him talk about anything of substance, even on his podcast. Not really. He's had people come on his podcast and talk about things, but I don't see what he's doing towards the black culture, if that makes sense. So like other people that have had that critique of Drake, I'm like, okay, but what have you done? When there's things that have been happening in black culture, in America, for example, big stuff that's even made it overseas, you lot were also silent. So is it because he's mixed? Is that why and he's from Canada? Is that why you're now bringing up the fact that he wears his blackness?
I mean,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the blackness
I feel like some
came
of
into
it
question with Rick Ross, though, because Rick Ross is the instigator of questioning Drake's blackness right now, here and now. In his rebuttals to Drake, he just said, "Bruv, stop this."
And I think that's dangerous, because I mean, I can't say that I know everything that all the rappers do, so they may well be speaking on or taking a stand on black issues when they come about. But I think it's a very big allegation to say to someone who is biracial that, in terms of being black and white, that you wear your blackness when it suits you, when actually it sounds like you're just hating on him because he's light-skinned.
Nah, because the thing with Drake is Drake has been coined as a culture vulture for like over a decade. Which is the same thing.
He's not. No. Drake has. Yes, he's stepped into.
You see what I mean?
He stepped into different genres. So he did a bit of grime. Did a little bit. Like, he's done that. Fair enough. But that's not what's being called into question. What's being called into question is the fact that he wears his own blackness when it suits him. And I think that is something that most biracial people probably get accused of just because they're biracial. And I'm looking at it from a bigger perspective. Yeah,
I hear what you're saying. I feel
like
before.
I think it's a bit mean when people who are black, as in, like, because biracial, technically a person that is half black, half white is still considered as black. They're considered
as black. They're never considered as white, though. But yeah,
they're never considered. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, they're mixed or black. They're never seen as white. So they can be
mixed race, or they can be black,
or they can be black, but they're never seen as. So when a black person is like, oh yeah, like, you're wearing your blackness when it suits you, I kind of feel like I hear it to an extent. But then I'm just like, you're creating division where division doesn't need to be, because you need to understand that mixed biracial people in terms of black and white are never accepted by the other side. So what do you want them to do? And if we're feeding into it by, like with Drake, I reckon most of his listeners, especially in the beginning, were black. So now that we've given him that platform, because we gave him the accolades, just because he's doing so well in it now, and he's commercialized, which he had to do for him to become a global, do you know what I mean? A global name, a household name. For him to make the money that he wanted to make, right? Of course
Yeah.
he's gonna commercialize himself, right? And that means going with the flow. That means changing your genre. Usher's done the same thing in his light. He went from R&B to dance to, do you know what I'm saying? Now he's touching Afro beats. Chris Brown's done the same thing. So it's quite interesting that because Drake is biracial, because he's mixed, it's kind of like, oh yeah, you wearing your black cloak when you feel like it is a bit of a, come on, man. Because black people
but
do the same thing.
I don't think
and he will never be accepted by a white person.
About loads of like mixed artists before. Like, I can't even...
what other mixed artists before
That's what
have
I'm trying
we
to
had
think. I'm trying to
in
think
the
of another
same
mixed
size
race.
and, do you know what I mean, as Drake? Who else have we had?
Because now I'm just thinking about light-skinned black guys. That might not even be mixed race. Is J. Cole mixed race? J. Cole's mixed race, right?
I don't know. I don't know if he's just... Is he mixed or is he half and half, or is he...
I think so. Let me just...
Because I know with Drake, a lot of people didn't like the fact that, I think they don't like the fact that he did something, was it SNL? And he did a skit and it was like about his Jewish background and stuff like that. And people didn't like that because they're like, oh, that was an issue.
No.
But he can't ignore, like, at the end of the day, he is a mixed person. The genre of music he does is centered in blackness. So
no, of course.
Of course he's gonna, do you know what I'm saying? And that's his talent. Drake can't sing. Let's not act like he can sing. This is what he can do. So what do you want him to, do you know what I mean?
So J. Cole is mixed race. His father is African and his mum is white German.
Okay.
So in comparison, especially because those two are actually quite closely related in terms of the music and whatnot, I don't think anyone would ever say that J. Cole is wearing his blackness like to his advantage.
Yeah,
he's genuinely invested in the. I think it's just his character. You can see that he is genuinely.
So what is it about Drake's character that people are saying he wears?
He's disingenuous.
Do you think so?
Everything he does is advantageous. Everything that about Drake is like is to financial gain or to the gain of his own popularity. He's a very self-centered individual. Is how he comes.
But he's not trying to. He's not coming into the rap game to be friends with people and to do a movement. He's there to be an entertainer. When you look at,
and that's what you kind of get.
And that's what you're gonna get. That's what I'm saying. Like
but J. Cole is an entertainer.
But J. Cole didn't even want to beef. That's why he did his lukewarm diss track, because he was pretty much
he removed it because he has a sense, an idea of integrity. Whether he does the right thing all the time or not is completely different. But he has integrity in his character. Just point blank. That's just J. Cole.
And J. Cole's not even as big as Drake.
Nowhere near as big as Drake. He opened for Drake when I went to see Drake.
That's why I made the point of Drake is more the size of Drake in terms of his like global reach and fandom. It's because he's commercialized himself. I think it's a little bit unfair to be like, because you're a rapper that commercialized yourself, essentially is what people are saying. He's become disingenuous. It's kind of like, it's kind of similar to in the Afrobeat world right now, people are saying that Wizkid and Davido, is it Davido that also said recently that he's not an Afro? No, it's Burna. Burna and Wizkid have made comments basically saying they're not Afrobeat artists.
Yeah.
And Nigerians and Afro-Africans are upset with them because they're like, how can you turn your back on the culture that... And I see it as, no, if they stay in the Afrobeats box, they're not going to get global. They're going to only reach a certain audience. This is their career. You have to look at it as a career. Yeah, it might be a passion, it might be a talent that they love, it might be something that they enjoy, but it's a career. I have hobbies that I would love to make money from one day, and I will 100% make sure that I'm doing the thing that I love, but I'm making sure that I'm making money from it. At the end of the day, that's what we're gonna do. So if I need to commercialize what I'm gonna do, then I'm going to do that, right? And I think that's exactly what Wizkid is trying to do when he says, I'm not an Afrobeats artist, I'm just an artist. That's what Burna Boy's tried to do when he says the same thing. And other Afrobeat artists are now coming out and saying that because it puts them in a box. I think with Drake, he doesn't want to do the whole conscious rapping and talking about any issues because he's trying to be commercial so that his career can blow, and it's worked for him. I think it's a bit unfair to use that against him, to use that against anyone. who is using, do you know, if that makes sense? Like you as a DJ right now, fair enough, there's certain choices you won't make because you're kind of trying to keep your integrity, but I'm pretty sure you're still thinking about making money at the same time.
Of course,
So,
yeah.
so if you are asked to do a show where the whole set list is Beyonce from Cowboy Carter and the money is long, right? And you look in your cupboard and your fridge and there's nothing there, you're going to be like, you know what? And it opens you up to different audience to find out who Venom is. I'm sure you'll take it. Do you see what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that you're not Venom that doesn't like the Beyonce album. That only, do you know what I'm saying? So I think the argument that people are making about Drake is a little bit unfair to say that, because one, I don't see, there's a lot of black rap artists that I don't see taking a stand on any black issues or anything like that. A lot of them also use their blackness to their advantage in order to make it in the career, in the industry that they're in. I think it's because Drake is a light-skinned guy who is biracial, and they don't like the fact that he has the ability to be black in some spaces and be that Jewish mixed guy in other spaces. I think people don't like that, and I think that's what the issue is. And he's done it so well, and he's become a big name for a reason, and people think that that's disingenuous when he's doing a job. He's a rapper. That's his job. So that's what I think.
Well, there's no smoke without fire, and it looks like a lot of his so-called friends
I don't know about that
from
saying,
along the way.
No, I don't know about that
not
saying,
friends
because that's fine. They could be haters. They could be haters. They could be people that are like, rah, I'm more talented than this guy, but it's this guy that has blown. There's always been an argument about who's more talented, Drake, J. Cole, or Kenny, right? We all know that Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole actually are more talented than Drake. We know that, but it's Drake that's popped off, right? So of course they're gonna hate on him, because it's like, do you know what I mean? Like I'm better at it than you, and you're big, cool, but you're big because it's the only rebuttal I feel that they can come up with, because they can't. There's nothing else that they can use to try and diminish his success. Then it's because you're using your blackness to do it, because you're not as talented as me.
I
So
mean,
it's
I
gotta
don't
be
think
that.
people are saying he's using his blackness to do it. They're just saying that he wears his blackness very much when he feels like it. So he's not as the Drake that everyone thinks he is. Like, oh yeah, he's black all the time. Like they say he's
the
not.
the conversations I've seen off the back of this Kendrick track is that, because there was a tweet, and I wish I'd pulled the tweet out already. The person wrote a whole think piece about it, and they were like, yeah, he's successful because he wears his blackness when it suits him to do so. And a lot of black people were supporting it, and I was thinking, you just sound like you hate the guy because he has the ability to do that, because he's a mixed guy. He's gonna wear if I was mixed, I'll wear my black cape in certain spaces and I would wear my mixed cape in others. It's human nature to do that, because I want to succeed, and I want to, do you know what I mean? I'll be at an advantage. If I'm fully black and I don't have that advantage, I can see why it's a bit annoying that my blackness is being used, but he's also part black. So why can't he use it? Do you see what I'm saying? That, to me, it's like you're looking for problems where there's no real problems. And if it's coming from the rappers, it's because he's a bigger name than you, and you're upset about that. That's why you're now telling him that he's disingenuous. He's a businessman. That's what it is. He's a businessman. He's a businessman. And I feel like he's never ever presented himself as someone that writes conscious rap for the people.
He did, in the beginning.
No, he didn't. I listened to him in the beginning when he was doing Up Successful with Trey Songz and
before that.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, and all that. Before that, Drake has always been doing Party Up, Lover Boy. He never, most of his music in the past wasn't this conscious stuff. He never was that guy. J. Cole, yes. Kendrick, yes. Drake, absolutely not. Let's just be real here.
Not to their level, but he's never been a writer to that level. Yeah.
He was never that level. So let's just relax. Just don't be upset because he's made it
on a bigger scale. Yeah.
He's done what he needs to do. He's making his money. He's laughing.
I don't know if he's laughing, man. I don't know if he's laughing. I know Drake's got money. No, sorry. Drake got money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got money. That's not what we're questioning.
Nah.
But his success, like, is behind him. He's not been good for a very, very long time. And
yeah, a lot of them haven't been good for a long time. I feel like rapping. I feel like rap in general. I feel like hip hop and rap in general is going down, down, down. It's not even just a Drake. It's not even just a Drake issue. When you look at the girls, it's just.
No, the girls are
sex
bad.
and,
well, the ones that they promote. Sorry, the girls that they promote.
The ones that they promote, it's just sex and twerking.
And twerking, shake, shake, shake.
The guys, I don't even understand what they're talking about half the time. But I know it's not like Tupac for the people level. So let's just be real. All of them are going down. The last Kendrick album, I wasn't in love with it. I didn't play it as much as I played his first one.
Fair, yeah. My favorite was the second, but the first obviously has good memories.
The first and second.
I like the last one, but it didn't compare to the second. Like The Pimp a Butterfly is probably the best rap album of all time for me. Right.
But you look at Kanye as well. His more recent stuff is not
terrible.
Thank you.
Terrible.
Right. So and then look at J. Cole. J. Cole is still opening for Drake. J. Cole that you started around the same time. You lot. I remember
is he still opening for Drake?
I mean, maybe.
When I was saying he opened for Drake, I'm talking about it was time. It was like near his
time ago,
near the beginning of his ascension. Yeah, it wasn't recent.
No, but even then, J. Cole's more recent stuff doesn't hit like his
I'm not a big fan of J. Cole though. To be fair, I just rate him because I know he's got integrity. So I rate him. Yeah,
he seems like a calm guy.
Yeah.
I feel like I stand by what I'm saying, man. The whole of the hip hop industry needs an upheaval because all of them are not giving us what they used to give. So if you're gonna say if that's the bar you're gonna hold Drake to, you have to hold everyone to that bar. Do you get it? All of them. Wow. I feel like since Jay-Z has retired, the whole thing just went. To be honest,
when did Jay-Z retire?
Has he retired? He retired twice, no?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The Black Album, that's all I know. And then he came back after. I said, "Bro, I thought you retired."
Yeah, and then he's not done anything since then. So, I think the music industry as a whole is not what we're used to anymore. So we're probably going to sound like what our parents sounded like when we were young.
Yeah.
In that our time was better, but it was better back. In my opinion, it was better. The music now, I don't know what they're doing. It doesn't hit. So yeah, Drake's music. I hear what you're saying about his success might be behind him, but I can say the same for all the others as well. This Rick Ross that's talking, when was the last time?
No, Rick Ross is washed. But Kendrick, I would not say that about. And even though I'm not a J. Cole fan, I also wouldn't say that about them because I feel like the way in which they approach the process, they're always iterating on themselves. So you might not like an iteration because they've decided I'm going to highlight this or this is the angle I'm really going to take. But it's more of an iteration rather than
like Beyonce did with Cowboy Carter.
No, that's not an iteration, boy.
It is because she's a country girl.
Yeah, but okay, so iteration is like a journey, innit? If she had journeyed to Cowboy Carter,
she did journey there.
She just got there in one album. She didn't. She journeyed there.
Do you even know the reason why? Do you even know why she did it?
She said, "I'm Beyonce, I'm Beyonce."
You don't know why she did it.
And then she did Renaissance.
Mm-hmm.
And then Renaissance,
all of it is a story. She's explained the whole. She's explained the journey. It's cool if you don't want to But
but the thing is, when you're explaining a journey with words, and you're a music artist, it means this is somewhat fabricated. Not that it doesn't make it true, but I'm saying it's somewhat fabricated. Because any journey that someone is on, you'll be able to see it from their work. You'll be able to see it from the work. There's no piece of thread that you can tie between Renaissance and doing Madhouse and country.
Actually,
that I've heard.
Actually, on the not Lemonade, there was a couple of songs on there that were kind of country. For one, Beyonce album, there was some that gave a little bit of she's done a little bit of that housey stuff before. She's given us the flavors before. If you listen to her previous albums, she's given us the flavors before. So you could argue that, no, actually, now that she's doing a full-blown album in that genre, it makes sense because she's given us a taster in the past with different albums that she's done, one song here or there. Do you understand me? If you really listen to Beyonce, you would see that. But I'm just throwing it in there because you want to say iterations for Kenny and J. Cole, but you can't accept it for Queen Bee.
No, I can't.
Okay. Are you lot hearing the hypocrisy?
It's not hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy.
It's not even hypocrisy, boy. Because if it was hypocrisy, then there wouldn't have been the social reaction that was present to those albums. People reacted because they were like, where is this from?
People reacted like that because we've put Beyonce in a box. We love a certain... Do you know what I think it actually is, right? I think those of us that listened to Beyonce before, we like a certain genre of music and we're not open to other genres of music. So when she's now creating full bodies of work in those genres of music, like you don't like country. When I tried to put another country song on the playlist, you were like, it's country.
No.
You don't like country.
No. Do you know what my problem with
country album? You said
I have a problem. I have a problem with country right now, and the reason why I have a problem with country right now is Beyonce. Because, you know, like when someone massive like Beyonce says, oh, boom, I'm doing a country album. Or someone massive like Drake says, boom, I'm doing a house album. Then all these other people follow suit. And now you get oversaturation of black activity in that space. Not that there weren't black people there before who were doing amazing work. But now you have the trash along with the massive artists, along with the already...
You don't like
country already music. In that
you
thing.
You weren't listening to country before.
Of course not.
Thank you.
Cotton Eye Joe, that's the only one I'm spinning.
Thank you.
And Jolene.
So let me go back. Right. So exactly. So because we don't like that genre, we don't want our artists doing that genre. It could be for reasons you've explained, but you're proving my point. You don't like the genre. So now she's gone into the genre, you don't want to give it a chance. Whereas
I didn't give it a chance before.
I mean, because as soon as you heard Renaissance, you said, I'm out. Unless she gives me an R&B album.
Yeah.
These were your words.
I said,
I'm out.
What are we doing?
You don't rate that type of music. That's not your type
I
of
wasn't
music.
even here for Drake doing it. But actually, in that space, Drake performed. I said, you know what, bruv? I didn't want to hear this from you. But
I'm not even going to cap.
You did good, bro.
Renaissance grew on me. There's certain songs in there. Because even the Drake's one, it's not every song that's a banger.
Of course not.
Right. With Renaissance... There's a few in there that are bangers. We have to give her what we got to give it.
Heated is a vibe. I went to see her in concert.
We weren't trying to give it a chance. We weren't trying to give it a chance because we're so like, this is the genre we like. If you're gonna do something that deviates, I ain't about it. I'm out. And that's what I'm saying. So I think that true fans who do love both Renaissance and Cowboy Carter and all her other work, because I'm not a fan anymore. I'm not a Beyonce fan anymore. But those that are, their argument is we could see the house Beyonce in some of the previous songs, and we can see the country Beyonce in some of them. So it makes sense that this is what she's doing. And actually, she's not. She's doing that thing that artists do where they're like, it's not a country album, it's a Beyonce album.
It's a Beyonce album. Like, yeah, bro.
Cool.
It's
okay.
Trying to be too... Beyonce country album.
Thank you. But I can see why they would believe that. Because looking at her discography, that word always eats me up.
Really?
There's certain... Yeah. Thank you. I tried. I really had to, from sentences ago, I knew I was going to say the words.
You're like, I'm getting there, I'm warming it up.
I'm warming it up. It's about to come. Right. When you look at her discography, you can see elements of certain parts of her that's not R&B. So to them, they're like, oh, it makes sense why she's doing this now. Plus, there's a theory that she's retiring soon, which I think makes sense.
She's definitely retiring soon.
So, yeah, but anyway... If you're gonna use the iteration thing for them, I'm just saying it's a bit.
Yeah, nah, it's not even the same. But I'll allow you to you've made your point.
Thank you.
All fair, but yeah, that's ain't it?
Yeah. No. Okay. Well, I'm here for the beef. I love
some beef, but I don't think. Listen. he can't reply. I don't know what he could say.
Nah, he can't reply.
Could,
I love him. I do love Drake, but at the end of the day, when it comes to the mastery of rap, the lyrics, the triple entendres, the quadruple entendres. In fact, I can't even quantify it because, like I said, every time I listen to it,
entendres. It's dumb.
Sorry, I'm just like, sorry, I went somewhere else. I said quint.
I know you had quint. Just crass woman. Look at you.
So
on a
bad.
School night.
Hey, calm down.
She said quit.
Calm down.
She said quit what, boy?
No.
Wow.
Do you know what I'm just thinking of? You know that meme where they're asking MJ about his plastic surgery, and he's like, "Oh no, that's ridiculous. No, oh no, come on now. Oh no, this is ridiculous."
She said, "Quit what?" You had
and
this,
that's Anyway,
Danny, no.
Oh no.
Yeah, Ken is the absolute master of lyricism.
He is, and at the end of the day, Drake isn't. Okay, with all his ghostwriters and stuff, it's he's not going to be able to provide. It's not, and the thing is, the one he did do, I was impressed. I said, okay, Drake, you're reminding me of the past. You're reminding me of Drake pre-2016, because the last real album that I really liked was Views. After that, everything is a bit.
I did like Scorpion. Everything. I like Scorpion a lot. Like a lot. Anyway, I think that's my favorite. But yeah, sorry.
I mean, a lot. Listen, you need to understand, when I talk about Drake, I love everything he does. But there's some that just
bang. Do you know what it was for me? I'll tell you what it was. On Scorpion, what song is it? Anyway, it's the song where eyes hit the flip. The way he rapped with the foreground, background. That's flavor. That
but
track,
like I said,
was,
I do love that album, but I'm just saying to you that this track reminded me of Drake pre-Views. Pre-2016, before he started experimenting with different things. This track was giving me the Drake that I begun to love in the beginning. And I said, ooh, it's getting my juices flowing. I'm feeling a little tingles. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then
I don't
Kendrick
know what
came
he
out
was
with
thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
Then Kendrick came out with this. I said, Drake, baby, you're gonna have to bow out.
I don't know what he was thinking though.
I love
because
you.
Realistically, you always knew that this was coming. Like he has to have some master plan, because you always knew this was coming. There's no way you thought, me and Ken have been going at indirect for years, but I'm gonna officially just take a shot at him.
He couldn't have thought that, because Kendrick started it. Kendrick started cussing everyone, and then everyone
talking
started
about the King's head, the King's. Yeah, but that was friendly though. That was friendly. People were on that track that he was mentioning.
Kendrick started it. In terms of Drake, he started it. Then Drake was quiet for ages. J. Cole did a whole, listen, I'm all about the peace, man. I'm not trying to do that. Everyone was like, when is Drake gonna speak? When is Drake gonna speak? Then Drake came out with his diss track, right? He couldn't have thought that he would do one diss track and Kenny would be like, saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Done. Yeah. So I need to see. I can't wait to see what happens next. I love this. This is. I love it. I love Drake, but I love the
hip hop.
whole...
This is the hip hop. This is the hip hop. The hippity hop. We ain't had like a good battle like this probably since Drake and Meek.
Yeah,
because Drake and Push was
because the girls have been beefing, but their beef has been dry. Like, and Nicki likes to go at someone like.
Yeah, and you know what it is? That one, their beef is dry, and two, I feel like where they take it is too harsh. Is that the right word? Do you know what I mean?
You don't think Kendrick was harsh?
No, he was harsh, but it's not.
They don't make it personal. I think the girls make it personal, but that's the nature. But that's the nature of women.
Ken's harsh was just themes.
Do you know
For example,
what it is?
I gotta go and raise my son, but you don't know nothing about that. Like you know what I mean? It was
It's
rude.
Which is kind of rude to say because Drake is
very
in his
rude.
son's life.
But that whole part about the son was very, very rude. And
it was very out of line, out of
But
pocket.
also, his cusses was not actually he didn't cuss Drake and his relationship with his child. He simply said what his relationship is with his own child and said, but you don't know nothing about that.
It's intellectual.
So it's not as hard. You know what I mean? It's harsh, but you're just like, oof.
It's kind of how I do it. You know, when I said that I'm very...
It leaves something to the imagination.
It leaves room for interpretation. It's kind of... Is he not? We know he is, but... That's my kind of read. That's what I like to do.
Yeah,
I like. That's why I enjoyed it. That's why I said every time I listen to it, I'm like,
You're just like, wait a minute.
Hold on. Yeah, cool. But with the girls, because the thing is, with the way men beef and women beef is different. When women beef, especially with words, we're very we're going for the kill. We're not. We're trying to dead this. You know. Yeah. We're trying to finish him in the. Do you know what I mean? So we go for the jugular, whereas guys don't do that. If it gets to that, they actually throw in hands. So it's different. But I feel like when the guys are beefing, it's more fun. When the girls are beefing, I just know that it's gonna be some low strain.
I just get I get upset. I'm not gonna lie. When the women are beefing, I get upset because I know I'm gonna hear stuff that's just like a bit
too much. And at the same time, I think that you get upset because you just don't think it's ladylike for the girls to be beefing anyway. So it's kind of like,
and then when they go in for the jugular, I never like seeing women go for the jugular in any scenario, whether it's domestics or beefing, competition wise, whatever. It's just not something that I find enjoyable. Whereas,
because you're thinking it's not feminine, it's not ladylike for them to do that.
I love watching women UFC.
Yeah, when they're fighting. Sexy. Yeah,
no, it's not sexy. That's not sexy.
Is it?
It's not sexy.
Isn't it? Because girls are jumping on each other and stuff, so it's kind of like, ooh.
Nah, man, it's broken noses and punches to the face and busted. It's not sexy.
I can't lie. I did go and watch some fighting with somebody, and I saw a bit of that, and I was like, I didn't even recognize some of the girls as girls. I was like, is that?
Yeah, some of them are not very feminine.
Yeah.
It's definitely not.
They're masculine.
It's not female wrestling. It's not wrestling. Do you know what I mean?
It's not okay.
I would agree with what you're saying, but it's not that. So I don't have to see women be feminine to appreciate.
I could be a female wrestler. I think I would.
Yeah, wrestler, not.
I've been doing it for the wrong reasons.
Not UFC, boy.
I've been doing it to look cute, like.
That's what they do, though. That's why they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they do it. Yeah. But UFC, UFC's.
I ain't trying to get nothing.
So it's but the point I'm making is it's not about the femininity per se.
Yeah.
But or maybe because actually, to be fair, the female fighters, they are more masculine in their demeanor or in their execution. So I don't
you expect
mind
it to be like that. You expect
I
it to
don't
be
mind
like that,
if women have the masculine, aura. But I think when they still possess the feminine aura, which is what the female rappers sort of adorn themselves with, but then have the sort of distasteful language and stuff. That's the conflict.
Yeah, because with the fighting, it's the nature they're fighting. That's what they're supposed to do. But with the hip hop, especially when they do the whole "I'm sexy, man loves me," and then in the same breath,
twerk, booty,
yeah.
Then,
but you know what? Let's call a spade a spade. The person that takes it too far is Nicki Minaj.
Every time, immediately,
every time she takes it too far,
prematurely. It's not even something she should address.
She does it. She gives all her cards from the beginning. Then it's like, okay, Nikki, so what are you going to say next time? Because you've done it now.
I'm like, Nikki, you did not need to reply.
Which is why I think that Drake really needs to take his time before he responds, because I feel like he gave his all in that first one. I don't know what he's going to come with on the second one.
No idea.
But we will see, right? We will see.
Doing too much.
But guys, if you haven't listened to Kendrick's diss track just yet, please.
Euphoria. It's on the streaming platforms now. It's a must. You're gonna get 4 tracks in there. You're gonna get 6 minutes and 24 seconds of.
We should put it on the playlist.
Boom.
Drake's one, and
Ken's one.
Kenny's one. We'll put them on the playlist. I'll sort out the Spotty. You sort out the Apple Music. Yeah, it's a done deal.
Is Drake's one on the streaming sites as well now? Is Kenny this? Because I know Kenny's is, and I know Drake put one of his songs, but I don't know if it's the one that
I don't know
was
if it's
about
that.
Kenny.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I'll check. If not, I'll put a link because I had a link. I'll put a link. If not, at the bottom. But that's what we gonna do.
That's what we gonna
I
do.
believe we got to cut it short here, guys. We would have loved to talk to you lot for a bit longer, but we gotta go.
We got to go. Things been happening, things is thanging. So thank you very much for joining us here at the Unpicked Podcast with the one and only Dammy to the Zane and
That's
yours
right.
truly, Mr. Venom. We are on all the streaming sites. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're everywhere. So if you enjoyed what you heard and you want to see more, follow us at
No excuses.
Unpicked. You know, on Instagram, we there, we here, we there, we're everywhere. So the information is for you in the comment section. If not, if you just love Dammy Zane, go follow Dammy Zane at Instagram. If you love me, I'm there too at venom.music.
Go for my TikTok, it's way better.
Sorry, go for her TikTok because she's absolutely TikTok famous, buzzing over there, got content on the daily and that. So, you know what I'm saying? She'll take care of you. Especially in this little gap that we got going on. So,
that's right.
Until we meet again from us here at the Unpicked Podcast, it's been blessed.
Peace. Drake's the best rapper of all time.
Hell no.